Welcome back at 7:45. Friday marks the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and some of the buildings, like the Municipal Auditorium, they're still kind of waiting for what we're going to call a comeback. The space was once the city's premier venue for graduations, concerts, sporting events, and carnival balls. But Katrina's winds and water caused severe damage to the entire building, to the roof, to the windows, to the interior. This morning, we are joined by Jeff Schwartz, the city's Director of Economic Development, and Jackie Harris with Save Our Souls Coalition, with an update on this space's progress. And of course, good morning to you both. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
This building has been the subject of a lot of conversations for 20 years now. What's going to happen with it? Will City Hall move there? Will it not? And yesterday there was a major groundbreaking on this space. And before we get started on the actual progress and plans to revitalize the space, Jeff, that groundbreaking happened yesterday, and the media was not invited to attend. What happened there? Of course, this is a major conversation, a major building that's a huge part of the community. So there are questions about why the media, who reports to the public, was not invited to be a part of that.
Thank you for having us here, and it's a great question. Really, it was a Katrina 20 related issue. We were originally going to have the groundbreaking on Wednesday morning, this morning, and because of the events and the celebrations happening in the park, we had to move it up 24 hours.
And so, of course, moving forward, people are wondering, how are they going to stay informed? How are they going to know what's going to be happening? Because a lot's going to be happening in this phase 1, we're calling it, or is this phase 2? This is phase.
Yeah, phase 1, yes.
One.
Yep.
So, of course, lots of questions about how the public will stay informed about what's happening here, and how will the public be notified, informed, updated?
Absolutely. So the city and its partners, Save Our Soul Coalition and many others, couldn't be more excited about this project and the process. And as we'll talk about in a moment, this is just the beginning of a process that is going to be very public. There's going to be a strategic master planning process and any number of other milestones along the way, and the public will be kept very well informed.
And Jackie, talk about the partnership with Save Our Souls and the city to revitalize a space that means so much to people who were born and raised in New Orleans.
Well, it's a great partnership because Save Our Soul represents the citizens, and they told us through surveys and in neighborhood meetings what they wanted to see in that space. And in meeting with the city of New Orleans, we brought that information to them, and we have a mutual agreement on what needs to be there.
And what did people say in those surveys? What did they say they wanted to see in that space?
Well, they said they definitely wanted the space to be a destination for families, which it is not now. They also said they want a museum that chronicles the development of culture in New Orleans. And that, I mean, the New Orleans history is the history of the United States of America. It all started in Congo Square. Yep. And so we're doing that. It's going to be a economic development project where businesses will be able to do what they do. And also to have a location where young people can come to learn to play instruments, they can learn to dance, they can have all sorts of arts experiences there. You know, the Municipal Auditorium has always been a special events venue, and we're going to bring that back as well.
And Jeff, talk to us about the timeline. Of course, repairs have to happen first. Katrina did a number on this building, and then it's just kind of sat there for 20 years now. So talk to us about the first steps of revitalizing asbestos abatement, roof repairs, water damage repairs.
Yeah, so there are parallel trains moving on parallel paths here. So as you noted, the Municipal Auditorium, it closed in Hurricane Katrina, and so in a lot of ways, it's incredibly poignant that this work is all kicking off. The groundbreaking is all happening now this week of Katrina 20. This is the beginning of about $38 to $43 million of work on Municipal Auditorium that's just going to stabilize the building. It doesn't necessarily get the building to do all those wonderful things that Jackie just enumerated that we all envision as a part of this world-class cultural complex. And so this is a first scope of work that's going to repair the roof. Then, as you noted, there's going to be an exterior package that's going to fix windows, repoint masonry, make sure that the envelope of the building is tight. And then there's going to be an interior remediation and make sure that there's no mold or anything else growing in the building. But while all that's happening, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a very public process that, as Save Our Soul Coalition and Jackie and all of the stakeholders have outlined, there's a vision to create this world-class cultural complex that's rooted in the incredible cultural traditions of New Orleans. we're going to be developing a strategic master plan together over the next, let's just say, year. And as this work is concluding with the Municipal Auditorium to just stabilize the building, that strategic master planning work will be wrapping up at the same time, and then we can begin the next phases of work. And if we do it right, it's going to be a transformative project. I always say it's going to be 9 figures, whether that's low 9 figures or high 9 figures. To do this right, it's going to be a lot of resources that's going to make this project what we all know it can be.
And again, this building means so much, as you mentioned, to the history of New Orleans, the country. So again, just to clarify, the groundbreaking happened yesterday and nobody was informed because of what again?
So folks were informed. I'll just say that there were a lot of community members and stakeholders and elected leaders there. We'd initially planned to do the groundbreaking this morning, and because of all the Katrina 20 celebrations in the park, we actually had to move the groundbreaking up.
Okay, and so moving forward, can you promise transparency as we're doing all of these groundbreakings, updates, construction, whatever these projects are to be and to service the people of the city? Can you promise transparency in this process? Again,
Absolutely.
this is a very important space to the Treme neighborhood, to the city of New Orleans. So can we?
1000%. The city is not trying to hide the football on anything. Transparency is the name of the game, and as I think we've done over the last 2 years with Save Our Soul Coalition in partnership with the public sector, I think everything will be not only public, but I think we're going to celebrate the process of working the city and the citizens of the city to develop the vision and make this project happen.
All right, thank you both for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, time is now 7:52. We'll be right back after this commercial.